official. What the fuck is that? I know I went on Amazon Prime a few minutes ago. That doesn't mean I need ads about it. Didn't even order that. Anyway, so today I'm making a tier list on my opinion. I am going to be making on how I think every character is. I am also going to be making a community tier list fairly soon. So or I'm asking by community I'm asking a giant group or a group of people their opinions on characters, and after everyone gets back to me, I will include my tier list, and then I will paint an average on that. Anyway, so I guess we'll start off with Amaterasu. So a lot of people personally agree that Amaterasu is the best character in the game. She is great she is great in every situation. She has great aerials. Well, pretty decent F smash. All smash stacks are decent and come out fairly quick. She has a great neutral special. Her up B comes out quick and doesn't have a lot of end lag. She has a counter, meaning that recovering high is fairly safe. Even overall, everything about her is just good, is the best way to describe it. She has really, her back air is a very good kill move. Her down air can combo into itself and chain a bit. Down air, up air is a fairly decent kill confirm if you're struggling. Neutral special combos into all her aerials, but also, her neutral game is ridiculous, as she doesn't really have, and she doesn't have a lot of lag on any landing moves like her Nair. She doesn't have a lot of lag in general, and she doesn't have much landing lag on it. Her Fair, and her Bear, the one that comes out, takes the longest to come out, is very strong. It doesn't even take that long. So overall, I personally just think she's really good. So I guess from going from the top, the cream of the crop, to the bottom of the barrel, Rajan, I personally think is D tier, which I think is probably going to be a very common feeling. He is the worst character in the game because he has a mediocre recovery, which is fairly important in a platform fighter to have a good recovery. The mediocre aerials and specials, and only real saving grace is that you can cancel his up B with a neutral air dodge to go high flying, but you don't have your dodge anymore, and you can get punished for it. He has a decent jab out of shield. He does decent damage as well. His down air combos into itself, so if you're good at reading DI, then that's good, but that's a huge if. His up air can be used in some kill confirms. His back air and fair aren't really his Bear, Fair, and Nair are just overall meh. And that's kind of the best way to describe Rajan. He's a big old pile of meh. He's not explicitly bad. There's just nothing good about him. So I guess that will lead us into Anubis, who I think is C tier. High C tier is where I'd put Anubis, because I guess actually if I was going to put him, I guess I'd put him in at a row above. I'll add a row above for Anubis, and you know what, screw it. We'll go with this. No, that color doesn't really blend too well. Fuck it. Screw it. It doesn't have to be pretty. That one. That's gonna be C+, because I think he's really good compared to the other characters I'm putting in C tier, but he's not it's probably the only tier I'm probably gonna put a C+ for. I might put a B+, I don't know. Anyway, he's really good. I won't deny it. He's really, really good. But that's he has good down air, which combos into itself multiple times in high percents. An up air that goes from that down air is a very good kill confirm. A side B that keeps your opponent blocked and can keep good for a down smash, which kills around 100. A back air which sends at the same angle at the pretty gross angle. So which means if you do hit him with a back air in the air, they're probably going to be sad. And up B that's pretty good for edge guarding and ledge trapping. A counter that puts you behind your opponent. meaning that they're going to have to be prepared for that. His forward smash is is a projectile and has really good range. His jab his down tilt stays out for a while. His up tilt is fine. Like, Anubis is a character that everything about him's fine, but then he has those few things that are really, really good. And that's kind of where I put Anubis. Alright, Wukong, I personally think, is second best. Actually, fuck it, I'll add an A+ tier. And this tier will be colored blue. Actually, like, after I'm done and I take a picture and send it and shit, I'll probably just redesign everything. Because, like, that's just who I am. Doesn't need to be pretty now, but if I take a picture of it, I want it to be pretty. Anyway, A+ tier is Wukong. And I think Wukong's personally the second best character in the game. And actually, to A tier / second and third, because the second and third best characters are going in A+. So I think Wukong has very fast, or I think the best parts of Wukong are actually, funny enough, the main reasons that I've been playing every character for now is that really I just kind of want to get a gauge for how I feel about the characters. So this is kind of good because I'm decent with everyone. Wukong has great aerials. All of them come out for really fast and stay out for a while, and his fair is very powerful. His up air or his down B is great for kill confirms. He has an amazing dash attack because it has multiple hits and it's easy to trick people with it. He has a very strong smash attack. His neutral special leads into said smash attacks. He has a back air that's really good for killing. A down air that's funny. That's about the only good thing about it, is that it's funny. But overall, like, all of his moves, there's not a single move, other than maybe down air, that I consider bad. And that's kind of how I feel about him, is that not a single move I'd really consider bad. Anyway, now we're going to go on to our third best character, Tonatiuh. I think Tona is really good. I like Tona. He's fun. Like, I had to take all my mentality to play. Anyway, so Tona, he has. I'd say honestly, the reason I put these two like as the second and third best character spot is because both characters are interchangeable. Like, I think both of these characters can easily be swapped. But that's just my opinion. I think both of these characters could easily be swapped because both of them are really good. But let's talk about Tona, and the community tier list will decide all. Anyway, so Tona has a really strong Nair. It's really good for combos and the low own early percents. Hence, Nair Dare Bear is one of the best early percent combos in the game, as you can do it twice and get your opponent to free 68, and you can still Dare Chain. Dare doesn't have a lot of end or landing lag. It's punishable, but it's not terrible. It's not like the worst thing in the world. Down air, or like I said, is already really good, but also it sends at the weirdest angles, and I feel like that's one of the best parts about it. Because it can basically make it so you could either Dare Chain for 50%, or you can Dare Chain for 100%. Like, it's ridiculous. You can get a lot of percentage off of it, and a lot of mileage, and honestly, some players like BB were able to win multiple sets based strictly off of it. Really. So, and that's honestly how I feel about it. So, anyway, let's continue with let's continue on to the other moves he has. Down B is very good, or sends at very strong horizontal angles. His fair combos into Nair. Nair meaning like you could do Nair Dare Bear or Nair Dare Bear into fair, like fair Nair Dare, and that can kill. Oh, he has great kill confirms. He has 2 amazing projectiles good for keeping out your opponent. His up is great for edge guarding. Earning his jab combos into back throw, which can get your opponent off stage easily. He has pretty strong smash attacks. Like, everything about him, there's not I'd say the one argument for putting Tona above Wukong is that Tona doesn't have a single move I'd consider a total dud. But I think that personally the move that Wukong has overall I think Wukong's really good moves are just better. So now we're going into Cupid. Cupid, I hate to admit it, but Cupid is really good. The reason I hate to admit it is because Cupid's fun to play as, but annoying as all hell to fight. Right. So honestly, I'd say that's like one thing about it, but also I think Cupid is I think Cupid has a great Nair, which combos into itself, and a Dare that can snipe your opponents as it has ridiculous range. Her side B combos into her Nair, and that's overall like some of the really good things about her. A side B that combos into a Nair. So because like that Nair is really strong. Also, she has a lot of specials that are really good. All of her specials are actually amazing. So I feel like that's another great thing about her. One more good point is that all of her smash attacks kill decently. Her up tilt's a good poking tool. Her dash attack comes out fairly quick. And even though it has a big chunk of end lag, so you'll probably get punished with a jab, that's about all you really will get punished with. So yeah, overall, I'd say she's just good. And so let's talk about Athena. She's C tier. I'll put it that way. I think, yeah, she's C tier. Actually, real quick, before going over that, I'm going to put Rajan and Fujin together, and then I'll go over Athena. Fujin has a really good up B. Or a really stupid up B. I mean, that's like probably the worst part about it. Fighting him is that his up B is annoying as hell because it relies on... It's annoying. It does like 12 damage and can hit multiple times, which is just dumb. So, yeah. That's just how I personally feel about it. It's that, like, a lot of it's just dumb. And so, yeah. He doesn't have many good things, though. He has a projectile forward smash, which I guess is good. He has a, decent down tilt because it can, stop your opponents from comboing. And so, yeah, that's one thing. I think that's good. Sorry about that. I got yelled at for, or someone was talking to me. I had to get that real quick. Anyway, so, he doesn't really have, much good stuff. But, the things he has that are good are mediocre at best. It's not like, Wukong where he has his mediocre things, but his good things are really, really good. So I think that's like one of the worst parts of Fujin's that he doesn't really have that many good things. I guess like he does have decent range, but overall he's just kind of meh. Now on to Athena. She's fine. She's like cool. Well, and that's how I feel about her personally, is that she's cool. But overall Athena as a character, she has a decent moves overall. Oops. Anyway, she has decent moves overall. So, like, that's one thing where she's not bad. I'd argue she's one of the more balanced characters, but she doesn't really have that many moves that I consider outstanding. She has a really good jab poking tool, and she has a good side B down and down B, but that's about where... And I guess neutral special is situational, but that's about where the positives end. I mean, her ground game's fantastic, but still, like I said, she's really just fine. And now I guess we'll move on to Thor. Thor, in my opinion, is 4th worst. Now, Thor, in my opinion, I know I said Athena was one of the most balanced characters. I think Thor is the most balanced character. He has no move that I would call ridiculous. All of his stuff at least takes a bit, or is a bit challenging, or at least none of it's overly broken. Or easy to take advantage of. I know I did just post a video of me bodying Main Man, or not, yeah, bodying him with doing a flowchart Thor meme. But even then, like, that doesn't mean it's broken. That just means I got him. I got him real good. So, yeah, that's another thing that I think is important to mention, is that even if it's broken, or even if it's not broken, it's still good. He has, good combos that deal around 50%. He has really good kill confirm, and his neutral special is fairly big. Plus, his down B, even though nerfed, is pretty decent for ledge trapping, and can't be reflected by Fenrir or Athena. So I think overall, yeah, he's just one big old pile of pretty good, but that's about it. Actually, I think Thor, never mind, I'm going to make a quick change. I think Thor C+, and Anubis is C. But, we'll talk about, or I'll talk about Anubis again in my community list. Alright, Spartacus, I'm not going to go over for too long, because I really don't have much to say about him that I didn't already say about Tona. I will give Spartacus credit, though. He's really good at using his... Sparta has less broken things, but he still has really good moves. He has... I mean, we have the infamous up B, which, if you're in the community, you know what... And have fought good Spartacuses, you know why it's infamous. He has really good... He has a decent side special for a kill confirm, because, like, at, like, 100, or even at, like, 80 in some cases, is Nair Dare jump side, or then jump into side B, can kill fairly early. So I think that's really good. Good, he has a counter, which makes it so you have to play around him well, because if your opponent can tell when you're going to attack, you're going to take a pretty decent amount of percent, and it has fairly good knockback. Plus, the counter is base percentage, so that's like it's a plus and a negative, or it's a plus. It's like it's the yin to the yang, is the best way to put it. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about him. Sorry, Spartacus mains, I'm doing your main dirty. Alright, Jin. Controversial. I think Jin is the middle. And I think Jin has really good neutral special. He's very strong, and you never really struggle to kill with him. But the thing is, it's really all about how well your opponent knows the matchup. Alright, and that's kind of how I feel about it. It really depends on how well your opponent knows the matchup. So, anyways, let's talk about his good things. His neutral special can catch your opponent off guard. It's great for ledge trapping and ledge guarding. And depending on where you hit it, it true combos into fair. His down air can chain into itself into an up smash and kill at 0. Down air up smash kills it around 50 actually, as well. His up B can catch opponents off and kill them around like 60. Here's killing his down B, if you do it right, can also kill around like 0. His bad things though, he does have a couple of them. He is very slow. And that's like a massive problem, because in the air he's fairly quick, but that doesn't really matter as much when short hop aerials are like, or short hop air dodge cancel aerials are much better than moving, and 9 times out of 10 are better and more common than moving. So I think that's important. And so overall, like, that's like a big negative. He does have a good back throw, so that's why I'm like thinking about putting him behind Spartacus. But yeah. So this is our last A tier character. And so actually real quick, add a row below. Oh. It's not letting me change the name, so I'm gonna have to do this. Sorry. This is where we'll talk about him in a minute. Fenrir is really good. He has very strong back air, good combos, and is overall just really good. He's great for spacing with massive hitboxes and has a very powerful neutral special. I don't really have much to say about him though, because if I was to go in depth on every single character, like super in depth, I would be in here for another 40 minutes. But overall, he has very strong moves. His aerials are all great. There's not a single one I consider terrible. His dare is okay, but it's not like the worst dare in the game. And overall, I just think he's really good. Like, that's how I feel about Fenrir. Now we'll get into Emu. Imuji is my personal favorite character to play as. I'm just going to say that now. So if any of my opinions feel biased, that's because they probably are a bit biased. But Imuji neutral special is a good combo starter, which leads into fair, which can combo into itself 3 or 4 times. His back air is very strong and can kill at ledge at like 80, or can kill or extend your opponent across the stage. His up air is very powerful and is good at the end of kill confirms. His down air stays out for a while. His nair can true combo into itself from around 30 to 100 and is just a good kill confirm. His fair, fairly strong. All of his moves except for down tilt, up tilt, or all of his moves except for down tilt and up tilt, I would consider pretty good. However, I don't think he's better than Spartacus, because Spartacus has better combos and safer combos to go for. I think overall, Jin is just a tad bit worse than Imuji. That's why I'm giving them their own separate tier. But outside of that, Imuji just has very strong moves, never really struggles to kill. And I think that's a very big plus. So he's a combo character that doesn't struggle to kill, has good weight, and his only real downside is his big hitbox, or his long hurt box. But other than that, he's really good. So that's going to be the end of my video today. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope you guys enjoyed the tier list, and I will be making a community one in hopefully the next week or so, or hopefully in like 2 weeks from now. But hopefully it's a tad bit before the tournament that's happening. But and that, hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to stick around and watch my other videos, and like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill. Alright, see you guys, and later.